Edition of Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. I'm your boy, Professional Son.
And I'm your boy, Chris G.
And it's your boy, The Ruck Report. Cheers.
So, before we start, I know we're gonna talk about college.
Never left.
Yeah. Let me turn my mic down. I don't want to be screaming and nobody. Yeah, there we go. I would like to give a shout out. You know, when it comes to my city, Hill House High School, man.
What?
You know they
like Dave Chappelle.
What? They in the Class M championship Saturday.
Excuse me,
they play. What's up? What? He's stupid. You know, so just shouts out to them, man. You know,
What they playing?
They playing St. Joe's. They playing St. Joe's. Okay. So that should be a good one. Chris, don't you start, Chris. It's for the kids, Chris.
It grinds his gears.
Listen, that is another segment of the day, Chris. So, you know, shouts out to them, you know, for advancing to the championship round of the CIAC championship. On to the next one. So, college football. We got, is this my mic? Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
College football has been a doozy, as Chris would say. It's been good. You know, for the most part, who win, you know, who we thought would be in.
You got a list who's in.
So we got Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
We got Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
We got who else, Chris?
OH!
Ohio State, and then we got Washington.
All right, so jump right to it.
Go ahead,
Chris. Did they get it right? Did they get it right? Did the committee get it right?
Yes, they got it right. They got it 100% right. There was never really.
Jim Harbaugh and them khakis do not agree with you.
Well, here's the thing, and this is what it boils down to.
Joe Pa's ghosts do not agree with you.
Listen, Penn State. I understand their gripe.
I don't think they have a gripe though.
No. They have a gripe. And I understand it. It's wrong, but they have one. They have one. Listen, Rich Franklin, what he said was true. They won the toughest conference, which is the Big Ten right now, and the toughest division in the conference, the East. Even though it was through circumstances, they did win. And they went on a neutral site, down 28-7 against a top-notch Wisconsin defense, and ran off. They did a 31-3 run.
Suspect, but go ahead.
It's not suspect. Now, Wisconsin D is not suspect.
Okay.
That was a solid win.
That was a solid
win.
And listen, when you put their schedule
I was solid win for Penn State, but everybody been giving Wisconsin credit all year.
You know what Wisconsin was? They were the 6th-ranked team going into that game. I mean, they're not. They had some holes for sure. And let's not forget they did go into that game without their starting quarterback. They were on their third-string quarterback. True. Everybody don't got Cardale Jones as their third-string quarterback. So,
true.
Listen, they're
the Buffalo Bills do.
True. Their gripe is real, but here's where they lose steam. Here's where Michigan lose steam. Michigan, and I believe this 100% would have gotten in over Wisconsin, not going to a Big Ten championship game if they didn't lose to Iowa. You don't lose to Iowa, and you only got one L in a close, hotly contested game against the Buckeyes. You're in.
That's true.
But you went on the road, one of your first true road test of the year, might I add, and you lost. Now, you lost at the last second. It was a close defensive game, but you lost to a sub-500 team at the time.
True, yeah.
At Iowa.
Very
so,
true.
you know, you had it in your hand if that didn't happen. As far as Penn State is concerned, you got smashed by Michigan. It was 39-10. It wasn't competitive. I'm sorry. It was 49-10. It wasn't competitive. And you lost to Pitt. You started off the season 2-2, and you were an unranked team coming into the season. You had too big of a hole to dig yourself out of. Yeah. So you didn't have room for error, even though you finished strong. Yes, you got a good quality win at home against the Buckeyes. You got a good quality win against Wisconsin. I will give you that. But
just not enough.
Not enough.
Listen,
not enough.
Penn State should be happy because they're probably going to go to Rose Bowl.
No, they're in. It's USC versus Penn State.
Oh, man, that USC team is
that USC team should not be taken lightly, though.
Let me tell you.
They're going to be a really good team.
And before you go, just let me put this out here. If you wanted to tell me, if I said the top 4 teams that are in the playoffs and the top 4 teams that should be in the playoffs right now, like who are the best teams right now?
USC,
the 4 best teams are Alabama, Ohio State, Oklahoma, and USC. Those are the 4 best teams in college right now.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Listen, USC, they didn't find a quarterback till they already had 3 L's. You know, it's tough, but
you know what?
Next year.
But again, I think that's what's so good because they can wait till next year,
mm-hmm.
and then after next year, after this year, then next year, then that's when we can see the recruits start to come, the team start to gel, and then then switching coaches. So for them to find a rhythm so
mm-hmm.
late and at a good time, oh man, it's definitely going to be big for them, especially at the Rose Bowl.
They played a great brand of football. That's going to be a really exciting game.
Yes.
I think we're in year 3 now of the playoff system.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I think, other than the years past, I think this was the easiest road that they had to pick who needed to be in.
Yeah, I don't think it was the difficult.
I don't think I like Penn State and everything that happened with them, but again, the committee this year had to look at head-to-head matchups and say, okay, now we got to look at points. Yeah. Like if you got blown out, no, you do not deserve to be on the stage. So I think they got it right. I think the thing that's exciting to me is looking into now next year with the teams that you kind of talked about. Mm-hmm. USC being they're going to be something to deal with next year. Mm-hmm. Penn State is obviously going to be somebody.
Penn State is
a young team, and they have a great young core.
Saquon. That's how you know that these kids are born in the
Let me tell you something. McSorley, their quarterback.
Yes.
If that boy, and listen, if he don't got a little bit of Aaron Rodgers in his blood, a little bit of discount double check.
You know what's so?
I enjoyed watching that. Man.
You know what? So I'm so happy because they were pumping. What's his name? Mattenberg that they had.
Yeah.
Mattenberg. They were pumping him up ever since he was a 12th grader. Oh, he's going to Penn State. He's the even when he didn't find his stride. Oh, it's okay. I'm so glad now they can wash that taste out their mouth and also the taste of Sandusky. I'm sorry.
James Franklin.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry. James Franklin. Yes. I'm sorry.
Sandusky.
I'm sorry.
Yo,
that was a bad play.
You see that I tried to insert James Franklin and we got that wrong. We didn't have to touch on that. But
you did
touch on that.
I'll say this.
Pun intended.
I'll say this. McSorley and that Penn State team, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with next year. Now, you got to come to the horseshoe next year. Yeah. You're not going to get the white out. You got to come to the horseshoe next year. Yeah. Good luck. But
it's going to be something. I think the teams that did not get in. I mean, again, you look at Michigan. I think Michigan is going to be a good team again next year. I'm a homer. But even though my boy, I know he's leaving. But even though Dalvin Cook is leaving, Florida State is going to be there. I think next year.
Florida State is playing.
Somebody did not want to talk about
Michigan.
What happened.
Michigan is playing Florida in one of the bowls.
Yeah, we're gonna beat them because we them dogs. But Chris, I know you remember we were doing the show.
Roll Tide,
and someone
said what? What are you talking about?
Yo, I don't think I've seen a more depressing college coach than the coach of the Florida Gators. Have you seen his press conferences?
It was depressing.
They was like, so what you going to do against Florida State next year? We got to play them again? Yeah, bro. Couldn't get that work.
You know what? It's
Talk
okay.
to me. Talk to me.
You know what?
Talk to me. It's not. You know it's not like this.
You know what?
You know what? You and Danny Cannell need to shut up, kick rocks.
But that's your boy, though.
I know, but nobody like Danny Cannell. Danny Cannell white don't like him.
But that's your boy.
But he was pumping Florida like listen, he traded on us, so Danny could really his card has been revoked. He went out just like them crab legs James had. He out. Unpaid light bill.
You know what I mean? It's we gotta find our QB, we gotta find our rhythm, man. We gotta find us, man. And we had a good quarterback last year, but he did some, whatever. So
Here's the thing. You guys came out like a fucking rocket. And I said, no. They go right down the field and they score. And I say to myself, because I was afraid to put some money on that game. I did. But I was afraid to put some money on it again. I said, did I just make a mistake? And then it was, and it was like, no, I didn't make a mistake. Yeah. I didn't make one mistake at all.
I could have told you that.
Hey, Chris, you know what Quett was saying at halftime? He was like, "She at the press conference. Both teams play hard."
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
both teams play hard.
Listen. When your team in college ain't doing good in the NFL, like you don't even want to watch sports.
You smacked fire out of yo. It was nobody in that stadium doing this.
Yeah, don't tell. What you trying to do?
I thought it was mine. I thought it was mine.
Nobody was doing that, so
Nah. We got our ass whooped.
Yo,
they are who we thought they were. Okay.
Yo, but the other thing too is, and before we get back to who's actually playing, gotta, send a quick rest in peace to man Rashawn Salam.
Yeah, man.
Passing away.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, and they're saying that it might have been suicide too.
Yeah.
I heard suicide. I heard homicide too.
Yeah. I heard homicide
too.
So it's a lot of different things going on around that.
Find out.
I do want to say this though, quick. I just want to say this real quick. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you finish, and I'm gonna get to my point. I'm sorry.
No, the only reason I was saying that because we had two highly touted college football players that passed away in the same week. But the reason that I really brought up Rashawn Salam too, man, people gotta understand Colorado is going to be somebody to be reckoned with next year.
And it was so funny because I was just watching the Gospel of Mac before the season started. And I was like, wow, like, when you look at what Colorado did, they had freaking Cordell Stewart. It had
Rashawn Salam, Rocket,
Ty. What's his name? Shoot, he was the cornerback for the Patriots. He's escaping my name right now. Ty Law. Ty Law. I mean, they had some monsters out there in Boulder.
Listen, Boulder is going to be a good place to play next year. If they would have had a better showing against Washington, they would have been in a high game too. But I think next year they'll be a team that they could really be reckoned with.
But
I just want to make something though. The Pac-10.
Mm-hmm.
They're going. Isn't the Pac-12 now?
The Pac-12.
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 It's still Pac-10.
You know what? You know what it is? It's always up. I don't know who's who.
Yeah.
The West Coast teams.
Yeah.
Let's just make it cut and dry. The West Coast team. There's going to be some real talent out there next year, especially with Taggett being out in Oregon now.
Thank you.
Taggett being out there.
I was about to say that.
With USC, the resurgence is back. Okay, yes. USC next year needs to be feared.
So let me ask you this, because I agree with all that, but getting to the Taggett piece, right? Now, Oregon, historically, one of the bigger programs in the country. You notice you're funded by Nike. It's easy for you to get a lot of big name recruits.
Yes.
What they haven't been able to get. And I want to ask y'all, because I think this is kind of the same thing that Charlie Strong kind of experienced in Texas. Will he be able to get a quarterback to come in?
I said here, we had talked off there. Finally, a black coach is put in a decent situation.
David Shaw was put in a good situation. So was Kevin Sumlin.
Yeah. But again, that's
not happen often, but
exactly. You know what I mean? But I think that he can. You know what I mean? I think that again, what he did with USF. You know what I mean? And I think being that he has that Florida connection, he can get them boys from Florida.
He just needs time.
Cali. Yeah,
he needs to, because he'll be able to recruit on both coasts.
Yes,
he'll be able to. Obviously, you're gonna be out in Oregon, so you're gonna get the West Coast. But being from South Florida, you're gonna be able to go get the guy. You remember me down here. I'm even bigger up here now. So, if given time, we've seen that a black coach. Because there used to be this guy. His name was Tyrone. He was out in somewhere out in Indiana. I don't know.
Tyrone
and he got his guys in. They let him go. Some other coach came in. I don't know his name. It escapes me. and then they get to a national championship game. And they want to give this guy credit.
But you know who that's going to happen to, though? That's going to happen to Charlie Strong. Because what's going to happen is now he had to clean house. Like, he had to clean house, get his guys in here. You know what I mean? Let them work. Now, what we're going to see is we're going to see these guys get real comfortable because his players was pissed. They was like, I don't like this.
Well, they should like Tom Herman because Tom Herman is a good coach. He's a good coach. But the thing, what happened is Matt Brown left Texas a mess.
Horrible.
He left it a mess. So it took Charlie Strong some time to clean it out.
Yes.
He didn't get 4 years. He didn't even get his guys
in there yet.
He didn't get his class in there yet. But Texas can't wait. So what's going to happen, and you're totally right, is Tom Herman's going to come into a program that house has been cleaned, and now you can start from scratch. Because Charlie Strong had to start from minus.
Yes.
Tom Herman's going to get to start from zero.
Yes.
And Charlie Strong will not have a job over the next 2, 4, maybe 6 years.
Listen, you're probably right. I hope not.
I hope you know.
I hope I'm wrong. But listen, I'm going to steal Chris G term. Somebody else is going to fail up into a position that he should have.
You know who it's going to be, right?
Lane Kiffin.
There we go.
Is already
there you go.
One of the guys that Houston is looking for to fill. Now, Charlie Strong is a good coach. I root for that brother. I really do. Just give him some time. I think he's going to find a good place. I don't know. Maybe he wants to go over to Indiana. They're having some issues, and the coach there.
They did just fire him.
No.
It's coming.
No, he didn't forget. He resigned. They mutually decided.
You know that
they went to him and said, "Listen, out by 5."
But you got to remember, he brung that. Mind you, that program is on the up.
Yeah.
And the only reason he left is because some stuff came out with that. Maybe he was pushing some kids in the weight room and that were hurt, and he was making them play. But he's an old school coach. You kind of know how some old school coaches can be sometimes. You grew up in that era, but these young millennials, you know,
it ain't going down.
They don't like being, pushed hard. No. But, he can maybe land out there. I would love to see Charlie Strong out in the Big Ten. Big boy football. Love to see.
Yeah.
Love to see. I'm confident he'll find it.
I would actually love to see somebody like Charlie Strong at a very strong mid-major and let him really, really, really build the program.
USF is available.
USF is available. You know why I would love to see him to really bring
Western Michigan is available.
That's a good program. I would love to see Charlie Strong. Why not have him at Rutgers? Put him in. Listen, I'm just saying.
Do we want to have him failing again?
No, listen. I'm talking about a program that he can really, really build himself.
I mean,
they're going to give him everything they want.
Yeah, that's true. But look how far he's going to have to go. Like, they're going to have to give him 6 to 7 years.
Okay, so where could Charlie go?
Like I said, it would have to be in order for him to work his way up. Okay.
Hey, LSU.
There we go.
Orgeron.
They already gave it.
Ed Orgeron has it.
In order for him to Charlie Strong. Now you know what? I gave Orgeron credit because I remember when he was sucking at Ole Miss. He was sucking at Ole Miss and he worked his way up. So salute to him. But for Charlie Strong, he's gonna have to go to, like Chris said, one of the mid-major schools, put the smackdown on, and then that's when that's when the door's gonna open up. Now. He can't just come out the gate and go to like you said, Rutgers. I mean, that's like a good coach. That's like you sending Greg Popovich to the New York Knicks, man. Come on, don't do him like that. Don't do him like that. Listen, you know what I mean?
I like South Florida. I like Indiana for him. If you want to send him to a mid-major, Western Michigan. I like Western Michigan for him. Temple is available now.
Yeah,
I would like Temple for him.
Temple would be really good.
I would like Temple for him.
I like Temple.
And he would eat the American Conference up.
Yeah.
Charlie Strong would eat that conference up.
He would immediately be that guy.
He immediately would be that guy. Yeah. So there's some room for him to go somewhere. Now, will he get the job? Will he get an interview? I don't know. He should, but I don't know. Well, time will tell.
Mark Jackson's still on TV, so
that's true.
We don't know. So who y'all got winning though in the matchups?
Alabama gonna take it. Alabama listen, they are a machine. Alabama is a machine.
Not so fast,
Alabama is a machine.
Well, listen, don't grind your gears, man. I want you to give me the unbiased. Don't do a Skip Bayless. Don't do a Skip Bayless.
Listen, I'm going to tell you what I believe in my heart. Okay? And what I believe in my heart
Urban Meyer.
is that if there's one coach that is unafraid and knows how to battle and beat Nick Saban, it's Urban Myers. Okay? Urban Myers.
Hold on, wait. We gotta go ahead.
If I just may bring up a little bit of history.
Yeah, I knew it was coming.
Alabama was the number 1 seed in this little known program out of Columbus. Came in to the Georgia Dome and ran them boys out.
No, I'm gonna go even further than that. He was in a place called Utah.
Let's not forget Utah.
He was in a place called Utah and ran Alabama out. So
listen, this is how you beat Alabama. Okay, it's very simple, but you need talent to do it. Spread the ball, good defense. What is Ohio State? Spread the ball, good defense. Clemson is the same thing. All right, I can't not put them in that class too. They got a good defense at times, and they can spread the ball. And if anything, Deshaun Watson is a way better passer than JT Barrett. But
he said that.
Yo,
anybody who knows me as a Buckeye fan know I'm not too high on JT Barrett.
Not only do we need to go live, we need to call some people like, where's Steve Harvey at? Steve Harvey, Christian said, Watson is better than Barrett.
Listen, where's Watson going to be on Saturday? He's going to be in New York. At the what? At the Heisman dinner.
Yeah.
Where's JT Barrett? Home.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Listen, JT Barrett has a particular set of skills.
But JT Barrett has something that Watson doesn't have.
Good Clippers.
No. Don't you give him that.
Listen.
No. Don't you give a dude that had a broke ankle that was riding around on a wheelchair. He did not play in the championship.
That season.
That was Cardell Jones.
Yep.
Listen, it's all about who beat Alabama. Cardell Jones. Who beat Oregon? Cardell Jones.
That's because he was hurt, man. That's because he was hurt, Chris. Come on.
Whatever.
It ain't like they benched him.
Whatever the case may be, that ain't his ring. Now he got his chance now. He got his chance to get his ring. This is his team. This is his chance. And there's nothing that I would like more to put another ring on the Buckeyes' fingers.
That's not happening.
That's what I want.
That's not happening.
But he don't got one yet. So I think he's going to be hungry. And I think that Urban Meyer's going to pull out all the stops. And us and Clemson is going to be a good game. Us and Alabama is going to be a dogfight.
Listen, all I'm saying is, damn.
Who can?
No, trust me.
Cam. But we going to get to that.
Cam need to put the tie on. That's what Cam need to do.
We going to get in the
if I had to pick, and I really don't want to pick against Ohio State because I do actually like them, shout out to Chris. But I'm going with Dabo and them boys.
I hope so. Listen. I
think this is Clemson's time.
I really hope that Clemson get over that, but Clemson had not shown me that dog. Alabama, they have been a machine, but one team who I think could really do it to Alabama, and I have to give it to Chris, is Ohio State. But other than that, I don't see anybody giving Alabama. I don't want to say no comp, but I don't see any team really beating Alabama.
Well, you don't see Washington doing anything.
No, Washington is not going to. No.
But
Washington is going to be.
Washington about to get their feelings hurt though, and in that game they're going to get their feelings hurt.
It's all good, man. Appreciate it. It's all good.
Washington definitely going to get their feelings hurt, man.
Yeah.
But
you got to start somewhere.
But we saw what Clemson can do last year. Clemson can play with Alabama.
They can play with them on every side of the ball. Yes, sir.
All right, brother.
Shout out to my man Nate. Came through laces real quick.
All right, man.
We call him MacGyver.
MacGyver.
The Black MacGyver. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, that's I got Clemson. Chris got Ohio State. You got.
I got Alabama. I hate to say that.
I can't.
You
believe
know
you
I
said,
hate
that's
to say
twice,
Alabama.
man. We really need to call
Listen.
going on.
Listen, when your teams are doing bad, you tend to watch with an unbiased view.
You love to say it. You're a liar. You love Alabama.
I hate them. I hate just as much as you love Michigan.
Let me tell you something.
I love Alabama just as much as you love Michigan.
Let me tell you something.
That's a Bama jersey you got on, ain't it?
Just to do a little house cleaning.
Oh,
Just do a little house cleaning. All these Michigan players and fans who were complaining about that great game up in
Kenny Fofo. Oh man,
talking about how the biased refs and
that wasn't pass interference though.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay,
Listen.
Of course not.
Listen, it was a hard-fought game. Here's the thing. If the officiating was bad, which I agree that it was, that is fair. That is fair. Home cooking happens everywhere, people. Like, you gotta, everybody knows that. Home cooking, that's why you get the home field advantage. Home cooking. But, with all that being said, remember, they had a 17-point lead on the 2. Fumbled.
Yeah, exactly.
The next 4 drives, they got -5 yards. You can only blame yourself. Mind you, this is almost half of the third and all of the fourth until overtime. You had Michigan, that team up north, had the whole game in their control, and they fucked it up. If you want to blame that some calls got tight, the only reason the refs were even able to play a part is because they let Ohio State hang around. Because there's no doubt in my mind, this is 100% fact. Michigan was the better team that day.
And Quet Godson was on the sideline too.
Yes, he was.
That played a big part.
So was Richard Jefferson, which is like you ain't even. But whatever. Anyway,
like Channing Frye, what are you doing there?
So we got a few minutes.
Michigan had every chance to close that game out and win, and they did not. And they let Ohio State hang around. They played better. They moved the ball better. They did everything better that day. Special teams, all 3 phases. Yo, and you still couldn't close the deal.
Yo, you know what I think is real funny, though?
What's that?
I think this is probably like the only time of the year that America says that people could be Bloods and Crips and not have no problem with it. Like, he ain't even using the M letter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
He's over here calling me Arquette. You know what I'm saying? He called me. He ain't even saying that with the M. That's crazy. Man.
Yeah,
that's crazy. So
he called names them apostrophes. like what's going on right now?
He call them ants.
Ants. So let me get some of them ants.
So we got a few more minutes. So I got Alabama, you got Clemson, and you got Ohio State, of course, Chris.
Yeah, Clemson.
I just said, and real quick, do you think that how many more teams do you think should be added to the playoffs?
I think 2 more.
Okay.
That's my thought. I think 2 more.
Okay. What do you say, Chris?
4 more. 4
more?
Wow.
And we're going to talk about that, and we're going to definitely, talk about that on a later podcast. But
yeah, on another note, real quick though, you gotta say that Leonard Fournette, you gotta say Leonard Fournette, Christian McCaffrey,
yes,
declaring for the draft.
Yo, they are NFL ready.
Let me get that white chocolate, B. Pause, but let me get that white chocolate. No doubt. Come on down to Green Bay, Christian.
We
got a discount double check for you.
I can see him.
And it would be nice, even that or Dalvin. Dalvin, you always welcome.
Dalvin, man, that's a high pick right there.
Yes.
Yo, let me tell you this, man. Real quick, right? Out of the 3 running backs that you know are coming out, that you know are going to be first rounders, right? We got Fournette, you got McCaffrey, and you got Dalvin. Who do you start your team with? If you have a high draft pick.
Dalvin.
Thank you. We was arguing about this the other day, man, and I said this. And as much as I love Christian McCaffrey, I think Dalvin is the most NFL ready right now because not only is he an excellent runner with excellent vision, he catches well out the backfield, but the best thing that he does that a lot of people don't give him credit for, he's an excellent pass blocker.
Yes, he is.
Excellent pass blocker. Fournette, I think, is going to force teams to play one way.
Yeah.
You're going to have to get a fullback. He's going to have to be in eye for him. Maybe he can catch a couple swing passes early in his career. Later, he might be good, but you know who Dalvin reminds me of, and Chris, tell me if I'm wrong in this? He reminds me a little bit of Marshall.
Marshall Falk, yeah.
Watching Marshall when he was at San Diego State, I'm like, yo, Dalvin got that.
I can see that.
Yeah.
No, I can see
But Christian is going to be something special.
I know what Christian is.
He's going to be something special.
Christian, you know what Christian would. I fucking hate to say it.
He would say the Patriots.
Yo, he would thrive in New England. He would thrive in New England. He really would. He really, really would.
And he would be a back and a slot receiver.
That's why he would. Yeah. That's why he would. They haven't. You got to remember something about New England. When they could get themselves a star player sometimes, oh boy, the things they could do with him. Yeah. The things they could do with him. He might add another year on the Brady career. But, you know.
He's already solidified his greatness, but go ahead.
I'm done.
Yeah, no.
So listen.
We were going to talk about that.
Now listen, yeah, we are.
Because y'all out here in these streets wilding talking about he the GOAT.
Listen, I'm just saying.
You can't be the GOAT when you wear Uggs. Ain't that in the GOAT family?
He can wear whatever the hell he wants.
You killing your own people, Tom. What's going on, man?
Listen, that was another edition of Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, NCAA Football edition. I'm your boy, Professional Sutton.
And I'm your boy, Chris G.
And it's your boy, the Rep Report.
Peace.
Jersey. Yo, Tom, stop that, man. Niggas